What is happening, everybody? As you can hear, I am still down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling alright. Yeah. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling alright. Yeah. Huh. Alright. Are you guys ready to rock and roll with some Harry Potter world? I'm feeling good, I'm feeling alright. Yeah.
Lumos. Protego. Revelio. Now, which way is the common room?
in your 5th year.
So lucky they didn't end up as Dragonfall, like that poor man from the Ministry.
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
I hope the Professor catches her this time.
Wings, Nelly. I'm sure you'd use them. My family has a lineage. Wait, that's not right. I really thought I had it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
I hope a Professor catches her this time.
Nelly! Shame you weren't born with wings, Nelly. I'm sure you'd use them.
That girl thinks she can get away with anything.
Nelly will do anything for a thrill.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights?
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
My parents were thrilled to hear.
Here, have a sip. Go on. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
New Gryffindor, Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah! The guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Lumos. Protego. Revelio.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Man, the past couple days, I mean, it's been a week now. And I feel so fatigued. Extremely tired. This morning I got up and my lungs, my nostril were just like, they were fully loaded, man. And I got in the shower. And last night before I went to bed, my eye felt like there was something in it. Like it was, like I was just like, dude, I feel like there's like a hair or something stuck in my eyeball. And I couldn't figure it out. And this morning I woke up and my eye was just like soaked with mucus.
Like that, inside and outside of the castle.
I hopped into the shower and like I broke a lot of that up and I just kind of like rubbed my eye like that. And it all just came like gushing out onto my finger. I know it sounds gross, but it was just, it tripped me out. It was like I had a piece of sawdust or something stuck in my eye.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I can pet the kitty.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
There's not 1 week gone by.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
I'm
lot to
moving to
absorb
next
on your
Aspen
first
here
day,
pretty soon.
and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging
I
by
just
your
want
adept
this
use of
this
Revelio
sickness to
earlier,
be over
I'd
with.
say Professor Fig succeeded
It's not
in
even
at
so
least
much a
showing you the
sickness.
basics.
You did, Professor.
It's
He's
a
been
sinus
terribly
infection.
vague
Like
as to the
my
events preceding your
sinus
arrival,
cavity.
specifically
Whenever
about
the
what
weather
happened after
dramatically
that
changes,
awful dragon attack.
I always get
My
a
suspicion
really
is
bad
that there's
sinus
more to the
infection.
story
Like when
than a
we start
search for
shifting into
belongings and an
summer,
extended trip up to the castle.
I would say it's probably worse then because everything dries out and all the dust and pollen and everything kicks up and starts flying around.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
But now with it like being as cold
Almost
as it is
precisely
and
what
the air is
Professor
like
Fig
super
said.
dry and cold, it's like
Speak of the
it
devil.
dries out my
Professor Fig,
nostrils super bad.
your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of
And it
spellcasting.
just,
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit
I don't know
there,
if you guys have
Professor.
ever had a sinus
They've a
infection,
rare
but
aptitude for magic.
it's weird.
seems.
It's not like you're like not like
Well, I'm
sick.
just glad you both arrived in
but
one piece. Perfectly
you
good boats and
are,
carriages to
in a
Hogwarts,
sense,
and
like-
you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say
I
I
don't
chose the
know.
dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
I was trapped on the grand staircase.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I wish I was a metamorph maker. Imagine being able to change your eye color depending on...
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Oh my god.
So, now the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
You're good.
How perceptive. Protego. Hey, stupid one. There you go. Complicates things. Levioso.
Good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
A perfectly executed Levioso.
This can't be your fault. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
This is shitty. Oh, man. I should have took a nap first. Even at work today, we were like moving around and stuff, and where we're working out, we don't get like sunlight until 9 o'clock because the trees and all that. And I have like an undershirt that I wear, and then there's a mossy oak sweater that goes over that, and then my work shirt, and then I wear 2 other high visibility long sleeve shirts. And even with all that on, man, today I was freezing my ass off.
See you, my young friend.
It's just crazy, man, like the past few days. And then one of my coworkers was like, oh, you got the VHS. And I was like, no, it ain't the VHS. I just started this last night. I wish I was feeling a little bit better, that way I wouldn't be all fucking over the place. I'm hoping I got just like maybe another day or so left of this. I don't know how much more I can take of it.
I'll be weak.
I know, but last night my wife woke me up. She was like shaking me because she said that I was like struggling to breathe and my nose was like fucking just
Professor
plugged
tends to go
up.
on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
And
don't necessarily want it
like
to
my
be
nose was hella plugged and my mouth was all like fucking nasty and dry. My tonsils are hella swollen right now.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
I shouldn't even be vaping, man, but I need
I am
nicotine.
Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm?
Anyone?
I am afraid it is too late to study now.
Motherfucker, it's my first 5
The
minutes,
summer
dude.
months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
I do think that that's pretty cool.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, splendid! Very good. Stay focused. Not to worry. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes!
Accio.
Splendid!
Here we go! Phew. Quite impressive. Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Oh, damn it!
Don't lose your composure. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Here we go. Phew. Well done.
This game is mine.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
Dude!
Happens to the best of us. Very good, both of you. Well done.
I feel like that asshat stood in my way
Class
on
is
purpose.
dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
He's like, we can't be having
Well done back there.
a
You took the
British
loss in
boy
stride.
winning.
Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
I received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it. The mist was so thick, I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me. This enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Professor Hecat is intimidating, but then she has a serious subject to teach. And then the werewolves join the goblins.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Man, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm gonna sleep real good. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna make a fire. A nice, warm, hot, toasty fire. I'm gonna pound a cup of Theraflu. I should eat some mayonnaise right now. I'll just see if that helps out in here. Some fucking Ricola or something. Man, I am so sorry, you guys, that this has been just the past couple days. I've been doing really shitty streams, and I am sorry. This has just been, like, zapping my fucking energy, man, and I feel, like, extremely weak and lethargic, and if I'm up and moving around, it's okay, but as soon as I sit down or I lay down, it just gets so much worse. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, wait, that was where I thought. Oh, man. I may have to just hop off here pretty soon and call it. Go cook some Theraflu, eat some chicken broth or something.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Lumos. Levioso. Accio. Protego. Levioso. Revelio.
If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster... 142 staircases.
If you could just tread carefully, that's all I ask.
Sebastian took that dueling loss rather gamely.
Show me how I'm supposed to do that thing with the soil? I'm sure Garlic wouldn't mind us going to one of the greenhouses to practice.
Perhaps mind what you're doing there?
Do you mind where you're stepping? They'll only think it's me. If you put a foot wrong, it's just, well... Please do be mindful where you walk, won't you? Only if you step on the wrong tire.
Awful when they ask you a question, though, isn't it? Grubby little faces. I'll just die.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
I don't fucking understand this, dude.
In trouble, are we?
Revelio.
Not good. Thought as much. Oh, my exams. One of them deserves more than a tea. That youngun's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not gobbled up by her own fanged geranium. If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
You guys, I don't know how much more I would last.
I just wish they'd hurry up and assign the essay on werewolves.
My body feels so drained of energy right now. I'm trying so hard to stay awake.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
Yeah, I think
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
I don't want to sit here and keep falling asleep while you guys watch.
Used
and
when
I'm
conjuring
just,
objects.
I
I
thought
shall
I was
explain
gonna be
more
able to
about
do
them
this
when
right
you
now,
begin
but I
working
didn't
with
take a nap.
transfiguration magic.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna end this here. I need to go take a nap. If I feel better tonight, I'll hop back on and do another video, but yeah, I'm like, I am beat right now, so I apologize that I know this has been a horrible stream. I'm having a hard time breathing. My throat is hella swollen. My nose just feels like it's on fire. And hopefully I will catch you guys in a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to take a nap. You guys have an excellent evening.